Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, The Magical Maven. My name is Heather and today is a singles love reading for the sign of Capricorn, whether you're Sun, Moon, Venus, or rising sign. And this is for the month of November 2019. However, it's a timeless reading. So whenever you are drawn to this reading, just take it as the energies for the next upcoming month or so. So let's jump in with the Romance Angels cards. So for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising, for November 2019, or for the upcoming month for my single Capricorns. Sun, Moon, Venus, rising. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And I'm hearing like the question being posed, what are you ready for? What are you open to? And I'm being drawn to how this angel, this one has its wings open, this one doesn't, and they're both kind of have their arms crossed and are hiding. So even though it's like the worth waiting for card, some of you might be feeling closed off. And that's why, are you open? Are you willing to be open? You know, are you ready for this? Okay, so please clarify this for us. Oh wow, this could be the one that you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So for some of you, not necessarily, since this is the next month, right? This could be someone you were just meeting for the first time. However, some of you, could already have known this person, whether for a while or they could, be someone relatively new. Everyone's gonna be different as this is a collective reading, so just take what resonates for you. But definitely, like, I'm getting that there's someone in your vicinity or field so when I'm getting fields, that's, maybe some of you work in the same field, or vicinity, whether that's living, work, or where you frequent is something I'm getting as well. Okay, let's see what else. For Capricorns. So we have playfulness to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So we just got this in the last reading, Sagittarius. So if some of you are Capricorns on the cusp of Sagittarius, you might want to watch that video as well. Or if you have Sagittarius in your chart. So definitely if you aren't open, meaning that you're not open into a love connection, or you're wanting something, but again, you're not open for whatever reason, maybe to get out of your energy, to get out of your head, you need to, enjoy yourself more, have more fun. Maybe you've been too serious. Because, as a Capricorn, you could take on all this responsibility, all this workload, you're a hard worker, overachiever. So if you're all work and no play, this is where maybe you need to come into balance within yourself and, within your life, and allow to be joyful. And I was getting something about singing, and so maybe some of you like to sing, whether, you're good at it or not, but maybe it's something that you like doing or enjoy, or whatever does make you feel like you want to sing or your heart sings. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So definitely, is there someone that you have feelings for, or even have had feelings for in the past? Let's see more about this person. And again, take what resonates. Everyone's situation could be different. It's a collective reading. But definitely, there's the playfulness, changing your energy. This is what you have control over. Being in more a state of joy and love. There's someone that, could be the one for you that you do have feelings for, that now divine timing maybe is granting you this wish or this gift of alignment, coming together with this person. And not to say it's going to happen overnight, and for some of you it could. Let's see. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connection or attraction here. Again, this came up in the Sagittarius video along with playfulness. So yeah, I mean, chemistry, romantic feelings, this could be the one worth waiting for. I mean, this connection already looks great. Okay, I was getting something about like topping it. So maybe for some of you, you have someone that from the past, or it could even be this person. Okay. there's two scenarios here. One is that there's someone from your past that you have on a pedestal, or that that was your number one. And then there's going to be someone else coming in, and you're kind of wondering, even if you have feelings for them, but maybe you haven't seen, things haven't taken off yet. You don't know if, okay, can they top this person? Because they're up here, or we're up there. Even if they were in the past, even if, it's like, can they top this? For some of you, it could be about, can you top this, as in, it's that same person, but because give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. But again, the first scenario that came to mind was about topping something up with someone else. So some of you, this could be someone you're reconnecting with, or maybe they've, been in your life all along. It's just now this is a time for you to maybe elevate things, take it to the next level, because this is supposed to be a singles reading. So, chances, obviously you're, probably if you're watching this, you could be dating someone, or it's complicated situation, but you're not actually together. So maybe this is now finally where that person and you are going to actually work on trying to actually be in a committed relationship. And maybe you're worried about topping the connection in a sense of, if it's always been more like about levity, like more fun, good times, and it wasn't so serious, you're kind of wondering, maybe once, if you were committed, is it going to still have that passion or spark? Or are you going to be able to top things? Is it going to fade out? I mean, there's some maybe fear of preventing you from wanting to take things to the next level. And there's a chance that maybe the connection could have fizzled out or faded out. But there might be a chance of reconnection in the future. Okay, let's see one more card from the Romance Angels. Trust. So the situation is calling for you to have faith. So, okay, I'm getting this is a fated connection. So whether this is someone new, this is someone old, not someone old, but like, someone that you already know of, who's already, been dating. So I'm getting not to walk away. I'm getting to, if you need to take a time out for yourself, obviously communicate this, but there might be some surrendering on your part you need to do to let this come into fruition. And that's maybe where, like I said, I've never really been drawn to this, but like how their arms are crossed. So maybe that's where you need to surrender and trust, and you're not having that. Okay. So we're going to look at the Heal Yourself reading cards to see what healing you need to do, what maybe is blocking this connection on your part. For the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, for November 2019, or for the upcoming month. Okay. So we have pride. Okay, so some of you might be feeling prideful. You might have that ego, you need to keep in check. So maybe there's something that happened with this connection with this person, and I'm getting like something about you're wanting it your way, maybe they're wanting it their way. There could be power struggles, there could be disputes that still have to be resolved, I'm getting. I normally don't always pay attention to the card numbers, but right now I'm really being drawn to that 7, and 7's a very spiritual number. So maybe there's this time of reflection, quiet reflection I'm getting that is needed, where it's like you've needed or have needed to focus on your spiritual growth and get past this, because we have our ego and our spirit. And yeah, like there's a healthy dose of ego, because ego does keep us safe to some regard. However, ego also keeps us stuck. And, like there's a difference, between ego and spirit. And so it's like you either have gotten in touch with your spiritual self and you're no longer weighted down by and live from a place of ego strictly, but maybe this in the past had issues for you and them, or maybe they're still stuck in this, or they, were in the same boat where they, you both were, and now you're both kind of rising above it. but there could be still some pride coming through that is putting a barrier, because I'm getting like pushing, like putting that hand up, putting that arm up, that wall up. And I'm getting, for some of you, you don't want to show how much they hurt you. So maybe you're just wanting to act like you're done, above it, that it doesn't faze you. You're trying to put on this, brave face. You're trying to look like, I don't need you kind of thing. So just be mindful that you're not, portraying that to them. And I'm getting something about taking responsibility. So whether that's on your part, their part, or, both, parts, but we have alchemy. So definitely whatever has happened in the past, I'm getting is the past. What can you take from that and transmute? Because I see this with the alchemy, with this flame, the violet, like see how there's the violet tones? I always get the violet flame of transmutation from this card. And alchemy, so for example, turning, your, pain into love, your dark into light. And so I feel like for some of you, it's like if you have had this person in your life for a while, or known them for a while, there was like a lot of growth that has happened from, this connection. And will continue to do so, or will happen in this connection. For those of you who, maybe haven't known them for a while, maybe this is kind of a step into your spiritual journey, soul journey. So again, take what resonates. Some, or if you already are on this path, or some are maybe just hopping on board. And yeah, this is where there's this alchemy of things transforming. And this could also be in your connection too, like what was lackluster or became lackluster, because remember, some of you got, I got about things fading out, or, had faded. Maybe this is the reignition of things now finally turning, into gold, turning, I'm getting some about the greater good. So it could be some of you could have connections with this person that, with your spiritual evolution and growth, that this is helping you, helping them, to do your part for the collective. So for those of you light workers watching, this could definitely be something where this is also helping, you and them on your path, but also helping the collective. So maybe this will also, the soul growth leading to things that you do and create, as well as just, being a light worker, having that light, being the best version of yourself, just, people being around you that, igniting that light shining. We also have sexual arts. So some of you could have, I was hearing something about torment. So I know that's kind of dark, but some of you could maybe be in your heads about this connection, meaning that there might be some issues you need to resolve regarding your sexuality. There could be, so I'm getting more, it could be something like internal that's tormented you, or, sorry, I'm just trying to get everything I'm getting from this, because I was specifically hearing torment. So I don't know. Some of you, it's possible, maybe you had a past partner who, I'm getting possibly used and abused, or I was getting very careless is something also that's coming out. They didn't honor you, maybe. So yeah, take what resonates, but definitely there could be some issues regarding sexuality that you need to heal within yourself. Regarding past partners, so you might need to do some clearing of your sacral chakra, because that deals with sexuality, desires, emotions, as well as creativity, especially with the orange in the card, the sacral, which is the color of the sacral chakra. And, especially for women, that's your womb space. That's where you carry, from past partners, doing maybe some cord pulling, but definitely there could be some issues regarding sexuality in your past. So if it's with this person, you know, maybe this could be something again where something had happened between you two and there could have been a pause, or so if you did have sex with them and maybe it, you felt like, again, that could have been that lackluster and now it's going to be this reignition, or if you haven't been with this person, there's some kind of wound that's coming through. And again, this is going to be different for everybody. So if there is something like this, just know that this is coming up and this is something you need to work on and heal. I'm going to get one more card from the Heal Yourself. So Capricorn. Help from above. Okay, so this is where if you could call on your angels, call on your spirit guides, your ancestors, whoever you call to, pray to, speak to, because if you're feeling like you're not sure of what it is you're needing to work on, if you're, don't feel you have answers and you're needing clarity, asking for signs, asking to come through in dreams with the answers. I'm getting for some of you even like spell work, ritual work. Let's see what else. With that full moon, there could be something that you're needing to complete. So maybe during the full moon time, doing some kind of releasing ritual, some kind of clearing. Because I'm being drawn to the water in this, and water is very clearing. So even doing a ritual bath. But definitely help is out there. So, just recognizing that you're not alone. Okay, we're going to look at the Black Moon astrology cards. So for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, please show me some cards about their singles love life. Capricorn singles love life for November 2019 or for the upcoming month. Okay, so one that fell out was Jupiter, abundance. So if you feel like, you haven't been receiving your rewards, it's showing that, it is coming. It's very interesting because Jupiter is right now is in Sagittarius, but only till December 2nd. And then Jupiter, the next sign obviously is Capricorn. So definitely with the Jupiter in Capricorn, you could receiving this abundance. And I'm also being drawn to how there's another 7. So the 2 7s that are coming through, that could be some angel number sequences for you. Some of you even regarding your life path, if you have your life path number 7, that could resonate. Oh my God, and then we have the 7th house, another 7. So 7, 7, 7, partnerships. So the 7th house of the zodiac rules partnerships and marriage. So definitely, I heard some about soul contracts. So some of you might having to be weeding out some soul contracts, completing some soul contracts. I'm getting fate and destiny. I'm going to keep going. Oh my God, and then we have Venus, love. So the planet of love, of course. So it's very interesting. You're getting the 7th house and Venus coming out in your reading. Okay, Chiron or Chiron, however you say it, that asteroid, which is the wounded healer, and you have healing. So definitely, like I said, you have some wounds. But, like the wounded healer is like, through like what I said before, I was getting that like some of you are light workers, or a lot of you could be like your healing, your wounds, that you heal from, you are then able to help other people. So doing your healing does not just affect yourself, but does affect other people. And yeah, there is definitely a healing process taking place within your love life, like I said, and as well as sexuality for some of you. And then we have Saturn, truth. So Saturn deals with karma, responsibility, discipline. So definitely a lot of you have probably had these karmic lessons, but not to stay stuck in them. Learn your lessons, move on, take what you can from them, heal those wounds, because until you get past certain things, it's like you're not going to be able to move forward with this love offering, this partnership. So definitely, if you're feeling like things have gotten in the way, it's because you still have this karmic debt or karmic lessons to integrate, this healing that needs to take place fully. And I'm getting freely too. So maybe it's like, even if you're like, Heather, I've done my work, it's like there's still I'm getting some amount of payout. There's still some more that you need to do. And I know that's like tough to hear because it's like it could seem endless, like, oh, like how long does this have to go on? But you know, healing isn't an easy thing. It's not an overnight thing. It takes time. You know, so, and I'm getting patience and planning. And you know, as a Capricorn, you know, at being an earth sign, you know, you are a, you know, planner. You know, you do think of your long terms and goals. And I know if you feel like, again, like I'm getting a long time coming. So for some of you, you could be feeling like, okay, when is this going to take place? When am I going to get, I'm getting like fruits of my labor, you know, again, going back to Jupiter with those rewards. Let's look at the Lover's Oracle. So sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Ooh, okay. These cards keep flying everywhere. And, okay, hold on. I'm going to pick them off the floor. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't realize this before. So one of the healing cards, I guess, fell on the floor, and one of them was soulmate. So again, like whether you know this person or not, there is a soulmate by your side. And I am really being drawn, I was being drawn to the moon right here. So again, like I think it's like you have to complete a cycle first, before this really is able to take shape. Okay, sorry. Did I drop any more? No, okay. Okay, so the one that fell up for me to read the wording was Secret Admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. So definitely this could be, if you know this person, you might not even realize the extent of their love for you, their feelings for you. There's something about being hidden in the dark, you know, being closed. So for some of you, this potentially isn't even someone that you've been romantically involved with. It could be like a friend or something, like, didn't I say at the beginning, in the vicinity or around you or in your field? So definitely, like I said, there's someone wanting to make a deeper connection with you. Okay, then we have wait, don't rush into it, allow nature to take its course. I'm getting like something about some of you could be a stick in the mud about something. So, and that's just what his wording is coming through. So, okay, which is interesting because then this is saying, wait, don't rush it. So for you, like, I think it's not telling you to do this. It's like you are doing this to yourself. Like you are kind of letting yourself stay stuck because you're not wanting to push forward. And I think for some of you, it's because you know what you need to do, or some of you maybe don't know what you need to do. And again, it's going back to those lessons, that healing, those wounds, recognizing that there's still work to be done. Okay, we have close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So remember, going back to playfulness that you got earlier, you know, if you haven't been in that state of joy, that's part of the problem. So that's, you know, you have to attain what you're wanting, you have to raise your vibration to a different level. You have to be in a state of joy and flow and abundance. And for some of you, you're maybe not there. And again, like saying that with the stick in the mud, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about anyone. I mean, I have placements in Capricorn myself, but it's just, and it's funny because I'm getting the image of the goat, you know, which is Capricorn going up the mountain, and it's like, okay, I'm going to take my time, and that's all good and fine, but there might be, even though I was getting the stick in the mud comment, but maybe something you're normally used to doing a certain way or your way isn't the way this time. So, you know, I hope that resonates, or you make sense of that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I have like my Mercury and my Venus in Capricorn, so I'm not saying anything bad about any of you. I'm just saying that definitely there could be this, stubbornness or pride. And didn't we get, yes, we did get pride before. So definitely that could be something coming through. Okay, I'm going to keep going. And then we have look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So remember, soulmate card. So whether you know this person or not, because even if you don't know this person yet, if you're a soulmate, you have a soul connection with them, there still is that love there. So there is someone out there for you. It's just right now things haven't come in yet or come in fully yet. Okay, and then also on the top of the deck, I'm noticing healing. So it says, imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by healing. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So, like I said, and honestly, like going through, let's see, this is I'm going in order of the signs. So the other night when I did, the first 8 readings, healing was coming in for most signs. There was healing that needed to be done, which totally makes sense. We all have our healing work to do, but healing was a big theme, and it makes sense, with Scorpio season. This is a time to get into the depths, and when our shadow selves come out to play, reveal themselves. So definitely this is a time where those open wounds, things could be revealed to us where we have to deal with some stuff that we don't want to deal with. And again, healing's not a pretty thing. It's not a peaceful thing. But in the long run, it is worth it. It's just, I know being in the thick of it doesn't feel like it, but eventually it does pay off. It is better to do that than to stay, unconscious, in the sense of, because, there's people who, are not conscious of their issues, their wounds, and they stay stuck in this 3D way of living and mentality. And I'm not judging, I'm not saying anything bad, but definitely when you are able to realize, when you wake up, you're conscious, you understand yourself, you're able to learn, you're able to grow, you're able to heal, it is, you don't want to go back to that old way. I hope that makes sense. And again, sometimes you don't always feel like that, but ultimately at the end of the day, you could say yes, Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull an archetype card for the person that you're dealing with. So for those of you who already have this person in your life, this soulmate, whether they're a secret admirer, or maybe, you know who they are. I'm just going to pull a card for clarification for those of you who know the person, like you've already been dealing with them. Okay, so we have gossip, awakens considerations for the feelings of others, honoring trust. Okay, this is funny. I was getting looking at this in Gossip Buddies. So again, for some of you, this could be like a friend, like maybe they're, even though it's not said in this, but I'm taking like a confidant, maybe like again, this may be where that sacred admirer thing comes in, where they haven't revealed everything. It's like I said, Gossip Buddies, like, you're, it hasn't gone beyond talking. Like you consider them one of, the girlfriends or the, and again, it's like whether you're a female or male watching this, whether you're interested in, men or women, take what resonates, it doesn't have to be that. I was just saying it for instance. And then we have damsel, understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Okay, so this person could have in the past been someone that you saw as wounded, meaning that maybe they needed your help. And And it could be vice versa too. Like the energies could always, you know, be interchangeable. I mean, it's about a savior complex. So whether you feel the need to be the savior or they need to, and then it's like the other person is the one that's needing help. Because with this damsel, you know, you don't want to be a damsel in distress. So it could have been them, it could have been you. Again, this doesn't have to be a woman, this could be a man. Okay, let me look more into this. I think for these situations, that's only going to resonate for a few. Like I think there's a lot of different people or scenarios in this. So okay, so I'm just going to take a card or two to see if this is a new person, to maybe clarify for those of you dealing with someone new. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Okay. So for the new, we have Queen. Radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. So again, this could be a queen, this could be a king, you know, whatever you're into. And yeah, so this person you could see as, like, if it's a new person, you could see them as your divine counterpart. You could see them as being very worthy, you know, being on a pedestal, being popular. Maybe they have a lot of success in what they do, like they're well received, have recognition, or, you know, well known, recognized. Again, take what resonates. We also have mediator, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. So yeah, they could, in their chosen path, chosen field, they could be a mediator, a counselor, or it could just be about the energy they embody. Definitely, they could even be a Libra, because with the fairness, the scales of justice, they could have Libra in their chart. They could be definitely someone who is very fair, very just, you know, wants peace and harmony above all else, which is positive, but also it could be negative, because they, you know, sometimes that could be a person could be a people pleaser. So just take what resonates. So again, if those cards don't resonate, again, there was, I think, a lot of different people coming in. So just because if your person didn't come in doesn't mean this isn't for you if everything else resonated. Okay, let's see. So now we're gonna look at the Gilded Tarot. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Okay. That one flew on the floor. Let me see. Oh wow, we have the Sun card. Okay, I heard happier days are coming. Okay. Now I'm hearing the Happy Days theme song. I get songs in my head very easily just by like a simple word. So, but yeah, take what resonates. Okay, so Capricorn, let's clarify. Oh wow, Justice. So remember what I was saying, some of you could be very well interested in a Libra, dating a Libra, going to be dating a Libra, or you could have Libra in your chart. Again, if it's not, you know, they're not a Libra, this could just be about them being very fair, very just, wanting to be, you know, live in peace and harmony. However, you know, they could have the tendency to avoid confrontation or try to people please, because that is also an aspect of Libra. But again, take what resonates. With that Sun card too, though I was getting about happier days are coming, that could be the sign of Leo. So Leo and Libra are both signs that are, you know, more social, romantic. They could, you know, also have, you know, Leo in their chart, or a Leo. But again, just take what resonates. Seven of Cups. So yeah, definitely there is some confusion. So I'm getting that these are about different opportunities. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean about people. This could just be about choices and options. Oop, my nose is itching. That's funny because the other night when I did the first 8 readings, there was, I think it might have been Libra and maybe Scorpio as well. I think it was Libra. My nose started itching like crazy, and I like couldn't stop, and my nose wasn't itching all day. So for some of you, if you are interested in a Libra, dating a Libra, I would check out that reading to get some clarity, because I think from what I remember, it was like their finances and career was what was coming up. So again, you know, that might be something for you to look at if you are dating a Libra or you have Libra in your chart, because my nose right now is also like starting to itch a lot. Okay. Yes. So I'm getting like these different choices for you. And you know, when we have a lot of choices, we have a lot of opportunities, we have a lot of doors that, you know, it's like this, that, or the other. And there definitely could be that confusion because we're like, which do we pick? You know, it's like, do I want this one? Do I want that one? Do I want this one? So definitely there could be, and I'm hearing surrendering and letting go. So maybe once you let go of needing to make a choice, the right choice will reveal itself to you. So that's something for you to think about if you have been in the state of not knowing which way or the other. Okay, hold on, let's see. So I was getting some about the time is now. So we did have the 2 of Cups that came out. So definitely this partnership is coming through. It might not be today or tomorrow, but it's, you know, on its way. We have the Hermit. So this is maybe where, you know, there's been a timeout, there's been a pause. Again, like, you know, going back to that spiritual journey I talked about, this is with the Hermit. You know, you're going within, you're taking some time out from the world, you know, to seek the truth, you know, getting to touch in the depths of your soul, getting to recognize your own personal truth. You know, with the 3 of Wands, you know, this is, you know, waiting for your ship to come in. You know, going back to that patience and planning, you know, you've been trying to get your ducks in a row. However, like, there's something where you feel has fallen short or something has faltered, and you don't really maybe know what to do with it, and you don't know where to go from here. So you're kind of waiting for something to come in, but it's like, I'm getting something about losing sight of things. You might have lost an opportunity, and it might be something that wasn't even your opportunity. So it maybe you just feel that way, is what I'm getting. But I think there's still a timeout that is needed on your part. And it's, again, regarding this soul growth, this, you know, spiritual growth, going within. Okay, because what cards fell face down on the table? We have the Knight of Cups. So this is, you know, Cups energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean that, but it could be, you know, like, because this could be a person, the Knight, whether male or female, or it could be about like the energy, the momentum. So this is, you know, about, you know, Cups are emotions, love. And what we also have was Page of Wands. So communications coming in, and then 8 of Cups. So there might have been this missed opportunity for communication, and that's where someone maybe departed or walked away, or and it could be even your energy. Like, I'm getting enough is enough. I'm hearing goodbye. So for some of you, you might have walked away from someone. You might have chosen to go a different route. Again, it's not for everybody, but let's see. Okay, so for those of you who have the soulmate that you've known for a while, let's look more into that situation. Page of Pentacles. So if you're waiting to hear from them, it's like, it's a slow moving process, that communication. It's taking its time. I'm getting something about something gravitating towards you. So maybe like things haven't gravitated yet, because maybe again, it's like with you doing your part, because remember, we started this with worth waiting for, and me getting that maybe you're not feeling ready, maybe, you know, you're not open. So maybe this is where you haven't, that communication hasn't come in, because there's that gravitational pull. It's not in alignment yet. Okay, let's see. Did I pull another one? No, I didn't. Okay, let's keep looking. So that's something to think about if you're like wanting communication and it hasn't happened yet. It's partially on account of your energy and where you're at. And I'm not, blaming it. I'm saying it's more of like helping you to recognize with your free will, okay, this is partly something I need to do. I need to clear first. I'm also being drawn to, I've never really looked at this, but she or he is kind of giving that peacock the stink eye, it looks like, almost. You see that? So, which is funny because this is obviously a male peacock, right? So it's just funny that I'm noticing that. So some of you could definitely be like, okay, I'm getting the brush off. And it could be either, it could be like whether it's you towards them or them towards you even. Okay, Temperance and the Star. So Temperance is associated with Sagittarius and the Star is Aquarius. So it doesn't have to mean these signs, but just putting it out there. But Temperance, definitely there's this balance that is needed. And again, like I feel it's within yourself. Regarding you as a light worker, you even as a star seed with the star card. So, and if you're like, I don't know what that means, just do it with it what you will. But definitely I feel like there's this chance for you to come in greater unity with yourself. I'm hearing patience and planning again. And the time is now. Okay, for some of you, I'm getting about like you've been patient for too long and you've already planned for too long. Now it's time to shine your light. It's time to, and I'm hearing that word gravitate again. So maybe it's like, okay, this could be about doing your divine work. You've been patient or you've planned long enough and it's now time to take action. It's now time to move forward with your mission work. And again, I know some of you might be like, oh, this is singles love reading. Why are you talking about this? But this is what's coming up. And remember I said about this soulmate or this divine partnership, it's influencing not just you and them, but like the collective. So again, like if you're a light worker and they're a light worker, obviously this could be something tied into all that. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, I was getting something about feeling free. Again, going back to the very beginning about that playfulness, needing to recapture that joy, because we have that Fool card coming in, and that's what I'm getting, that you need to allow yourself to have some fun. But this confusion is getting in the way. It's clouding I'm getting best judgment. It's even clouding and conflicting your emotions. I'm getting something about elimination or eliminate. And then we have the Magician. So you might be trying to manifest something, but then you're eliminating it. I'm getting like this cross-conflicting energies. So just be aware of what you were focusing on, what you're thinking about, that you're bringing about, because it's like you could be saying, I want this, but then your energy and your vibration and what you're putting out there is the opposite. So something to consider. We're going to go back to wrapping up with the Romance Angels. Okay, wow, this reading went longer than I intended, but okay. Okay, I think that's too much. I'm going to keep shuffling, and if they're meant to come out again, they will. Okay, so to wrap up this reading, I'm going to keep shuffling because I didn't say what I wanted yet. Okay, they keep wanting to talk. Okay. This one came out before. So getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So yeah, some of you don't know this person well, or maybe you've known them, but maybe you're getting reconnected with them. So it's like you maybe have changed a lot, they've changed a lot, so you're getting to know them. their, you know, yours and their new selves, or it's like deepening that bond. Maybe you just knew them on a surface level. Okay, so for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus rising for the next month or for November 2019, what can you tell me to wrap up this reading? Okay, so the cards fall on the floor. I'm just going to take the one that was, sorry, face up. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So again, for those of you already, you know, involved with someone, like I said at the beginning, you could already be dating them, but it's not a, it wasn't a commitment. Could have been friends. Whatever the case is, it is showing that things are going that next level. But you do have some work to do to be able to get to that ascension. Any last words? Messages? Okay, yeah, healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So definitely doing your healing work. So not just what, you know, wounds you, like things that have happened in your life, but also, you know, we take on our parents, our grandparents, our ancestors, you know, ancestral, you know, karmic DNA, those wounds being passed on. So definitely making sure that you're recognizing, you know, like the root cause of your wounds and where they're coming from, and trying to uncover and solve that to be able to, you know, push forward and heal. And pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And I'm getting some out looking this way or that, this way or the other. So for some of you, you could definitely be over paying attention to red flags, meaning that whether they're there or not, you might not. I'm getting something about giving someone a break. So maybe they're trying to do their own family issues, and maybe it's like you're seeing this as like, oh, I don't want to deal with this, or, you know, so forth. But it's really just something that you're recognizing in them that you also have to do as well. You know, it could be like a triggering. So I'm definitely, you know, I'm not saying to disregard the red flags. Definitely if it's something that you shouldn't tolerate, don't tolerate it. But there could be some things that could be minor, or could be, you know, brought up, you know, talked about in a healthy way and manner, to kind of see if this is something that they will work on, or you can work on together. Again, it's going to vary for each, you know, each of you watching. Okay, I'm going to do one last card. Let's show one card closing the circle for this reading for Capricorn. Okay. We have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. You, them, both of you. I'm getting like, I don't know, I'm getting who cares, but I think it's because it could be on both ends. There's something maybe you're not wanting to face, they're not wanting to face, and it could be in this connection. Because again, like we could, you know, be on our own, and we, you know, then we're like, oh, we did our work, and then once we come, you know, confront our other selves, or you know, a mirror, then we're like, oh, you know, then we're triggered by something. So definitely this could be where these masks have to come off on both ends, is what I'm getting. Sorry, I'm trying to, there's something trying to come in, but something about not having fear to walk away. Hold on, I want a clarification with the Guilds of Tarot. Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so yeah, the Lovers could definitely be that divine counterpart and the Wheel of Fortune. So definitely there could be this karmic cycle that still needs to come to a close. I'm getting someone might need to walk away from this connection, and maybe it's not, if it's not healthy. So again, take what resonates. Not everyone's going to everyone's going to be different. and just because you walk away, if this is a divine counterpart, if this is, you know, someone that's meant to be in your life, you know, there might be something that you could need to walk away from to close the cycle, and not to say that they can't come back if they did their work as well as you. So again, take what resonates. There's a lot of different messages coming through in here, so everyone's situation is going to be very different. I'm hearing unity. Are you wanting this unity? So ask yourself, just like at the very beginning, I asked you, are you open? Are you ready? So I think it's like a situation where maybe you and both parties aren't ready for this. And this is where that divine timing is at work. So if you're feeling like this isn't happening right now, it's because it's not meant to, and maybe that's why the walking away and then this later down the line is going to happen. I'm going to stop because obviously, like, this could even be going further than a month, because I just kept going because I kind of felt like there's a lot happening here. But don't give up hope. I would caution you to, again, turn the focus inward, do your healing work, start doing what makes you happy, have a good balance in your life within work and play. And I'm not getting ahead of yourself. So with this connection, if you're focusing on the unity within and the healing within and recognizing what you bring out in the other, that will help you also show what you need to work on during a time of separation, if that's what's happening. So I'm going to leave it there. I know it was a lot. I know it could seem heavy, but again, like, this is going to help you to do your healing, to get back to this person, or if it's not this person, you know, make your way to someone new in the future. But you do have some healing work to do. And again, like I said, this has been coming up a lot in these single love readings for the month of November 2019. So, you know, don't take it like you're the only one, because, you know, pretty much all signs of the board got this, you know, about healing. Also, don't make sure you check out your not just your sun, but your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs, and you know, whether they come together as a whole story, or, you know, maybe one video resonates more than the other for you, you know, and also I have other videos to check out as well on my page. So I send you all love and light. Bye.